What is going on, guys? My name is Paul, and I hope you guys are all having a great day and or night, and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. We're going to be going over today the best settings that you can set for the PlayStation 5 for Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Now, these settings may vary for everybody. I see a lot of debates online and a lot of videos of people sharing settings and different things to try, so I hope this helps majority of people. Again, I know there's just different things. I also think it varies on what system you're playing on, whether it's PS4, a PS5, a PS5 Pro, a PS5 Slim. I think all of those things matter. I think the monitor that you play on matters. I think the controller that you use matters, whether it's wireless or wired. I also think that matters and takes things into effect. But we're going to be going over the basic PS5 settings. It's very simple. So if you're somebody like me who plays on a 120 hertz monitor and has all the HDR and the fancy gadgets and gizmos to make the screen look great, come up to your settings here. We're going to go down to your screen and video, and we're going to come out to the video output section right here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to the resolution, and you're going to want to change that to 1080p. Don't make that automatic. Get rid of any like 4K, anything else. Just make that 1080p. Then you're going to want to come down to the variable refresh rate, and you're just going to want to turn this off. Again, we don't want anything trying to upscale the game or pull its refresh rate up or its output resolution. We don't need anything like that. Again, 120 hertz. Make sure you guys have this off if you have it on. A lot of people have it automatic. Just turn it off if you're going to be playing Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2. The ALMM, I've left this. I haven't really found that to be an issue, but honestly, you can just leave that. If we come down here to the HDR, just put this on as on when supported. You definitely don't want this always on. Again, you don't want it interfering with Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 to affect the input delay and all rate and all that fun stuff. You just want to just kind of leave that on when supported. All right, so the next thing we're going to come over, and guys, I will suggest that you definitely want to invest in a DualSense Edge controller if you don't have one already. I will say these controllers are awesome. I prefer them much more over a Scuff. And I think it's definitely for people who have them, I think there is a slight advantage to having one of these controllers versus other players who may not. The reason is too is it's a known fact that when you play with these controllers wired, they have a faster input than just like a standard PS5 controller wired. So there is a slight competitive advantage with that. I feel like if you're half decent at the game, you still have to be half decent at the game. But the other thing too is like we have to set up some other stuff here in the controller to kind of make it work. So I set up a couple profiles because I think Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 both play differently, and they also both feel differently when aiming and shooting and everything. So I want to kind of just show you guys and give you my 2 cents on what I think works the best. So we're going to come here to custom profiles. And what I did is we'll start with Black Ops 2 here. So if you look at the bottom right of my screen for the paddles, I'm using X on the left and circle on the right. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come in here and you're going to want to go to your stick sensitivity in dead zone, and you're going to want to leave the left stick as default. I've seen people change this, and honestly I've tested it and I feel like it just doesn't either A, matter, or B, like it makes me feel uncomfortable in the game. So leave the left stick as is unless you want to mess around with it, be my guest. What you're really going to want to focus on here is for Black Ops 2 is put the sensitivity curve at precise, and what this does is the minimum input is registered when you tilt the stick. Good for making precise movements. Fans of shooting games may find the ability to aim slowly and accurately helpful. I feel like for these older Call of Duties, this is definitely what you want, but then come to the curve adjustment and you're going to want to put this at -5. I tested this on Black Ops 2 and it felt damn near what it felt like 14 years ago when Black Ops 2 was in its prime and just released. I was snapping on people, things were hitting. I really like the feel of this for Black Ops 2. So that's kind of what I do there. Also for stuff, if you guys also want tips for aiming better, turn off your vibration. Your vibration might be screwing with you while you're aiming, might make things feel off. Turn this off if you want a little bit more control over your weapon when you're shooting. Same for Black Ops 1, you're pretty much going to have the same setup here, but when we go ahead and click on that, the thing we're going to want to change here is a little bit different than Black Ops 2. Left stick, we're going to leave that as default. Again, you can play with that if you want for Black Ops 1 and do what you need. But right here, we're going to want to go to the right stick, and we're going to want to change that sensitivity curve to digital, and then set that curve adjustment to -5. So very similar to the Black Ops 2 one we had. And this one, it says tilting the stick even slightly will register nearly maximum input, Functions like the directional buttons on the controller get instant input reaction for your fighting and action games. It's weird that you might be thinking, well, why are you using this one? I don't know. I've tested pretty much all of them, and this one at this curve adjustment felt really good for Black Ops 1. I've seen other people use it too, and I've recommended it to other people too, and said it felt better than when they just kind of left everything as default. So again, I'm not saying I'm right. This is what works for me playing on Black Ops 1 and what the other setting was for Black Ops 2. Give it a try. And again, another thing I want to mention is your sensitivity in these games. Those can vary, all right? So you might want to be a little bit higher. For Black Ops 2, I recommend that you go on a higher sensitivity. And for Black Ops 1, I also recommend doing a slightly higher sensitivity for the settings that I suggested. And once you have that, just play with it a little bit. Again, it might take you 2 to 3 games to get used to it, but I will think you will notice a difference as long as you follow all the settings I provided. If you don't have a DualSense Edge controller, then the video output instructions that I guided you in this video should still hopefully help you make an improvement. If not, I apologize again, but there are other things to try. There's so many recommendations out there. I really do think it's really just personal for each player on what works and how it feels, because some people play on really fast sensitivities, other people play on really slow sensitivities and do really well, you know, so it varies. But at the end of the day, those are my tips and tricks. Hopefully it helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments if they did work for you. And yeah, guys, that's all I got for you today, and I will be back with some gameplay in the future. Later, guys. Peace.